Bryansk, Tatarstan, Chuvashia, and dozens of other Russian regions. Ukrainian long-range weapons go over hundreds of kilometers to hit objects used by Russian military to attack Ukraine. Only in June this year, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported about over a dozen successful hits in the Russian territory. Among them, for example, a factory producing unmanned aerial vehicles in the Republic of Tatarstan, or an enterprise in Cheboksary, which produced antennas for strike drones, or the Tambov powder plant. Airfields, for example, Savosleika in the Nizhny Novgorod region, where the fighters regularly land, were also hit. And this is in addition to the Ukrainian special operation Pavutina, which hit a large-scale strategic Russian aircraft. Then the FPV drones hit 41 planes at once at 4 Russian military airfields. In particular, the Belya Air Base, located more than 4,000 kilometers from Ukraine, was hit. In addition, after a series of Ukrainian strikes on arsenals, the Russian army almost doubled the use of artillery shells per day. I will talk to our partners about new investments in Ukraine, in our weapons. The priority is drones, interceptor drones, and drones for long-range strikes. In addition to the Ukrainian long-range weaponry, there are also Russian oil refineries and oil refineries. These facilities are not only engaged in the security of the Russian army, but also provide Russia with real income from the export of oil, which it converts into a war against Ukraine. Important results for the protection of life and development of our defense industry have already been brought by the first week of July. There is an agreement on the Ukrainian-American production of drones. This is hundreds of thousands of drones this year and even more next year. Different types, including interceptor drones, have already proven their effectiveness. The signing took place in Denmark, the country that first began investing in the Ukrainian OCE and made a significant contribution to the development of Ukraine's long-range capabilities. Also, this week, Denmark became the first country with which Ukraine signed an agreement on the first joint production abroad. This will allow us to scale the production of the very weapon that is needed to protect Ukrainians. Ukraine works with partners to save the lives of people and uses Ukrainian weapons for long-range strikes on the territory of Russia. All these strikes are carried out by Ukrainian developers, Ukrainian warriors, so that Russia can feel the consequences and the value of its war against Ukraine.